Welcome to Talk, ladies and gentlemen. Today is December the December the 29th, 2020. We're getting closer to New Year's, and I'm hoping that 2021 gets a little better than 2020 has been, because it sucks. So, yeah, let's get... Wrestling been good on 2020, but people are getting sick and people are dying. Don't like it. I want to hurry up and get out of it. I really do. But, ladies and gentlemen, we have some matches. We got Monday Night Raw, the last Monday Night Raw until the new year. And next week we have the Legends Night, and ladies and gentlemen, Carlito making his return. Oh my goodness. We haven't seen him since 2010. He has not been in any other special events of the Legends, like Raw anniversaries or the Royal Rumble making returns. Stuff like that. He has not been there, and now he's going to be on Raw next week. Well, ladies and gentlemen, before we get to Monday Night Raw, we got some sad news on the weekend. Current AEW superstar Brody Lee has passed away, age of 41. It wasn't because of the sickness that's happening around the world, but he did have a lung disease, I think they said. So, yeah, everybody is really upset about it. I'm upset about it because the guy actually could still wrestle, and he was currently in a promotion that people love to watch him. I love watching him on WWE as well. But Luke Harper, Brody Lee, a.k.a. Luke Harper from the WWE, everybody was doing a lot of things for this guy. They've been writing on their Instagram and all that stuff. AEW has, I think his son, Brody Lee's son, made some matches, tag matches. Some of them is random, but he wants to see these matches happen. It's a tribute to Brody Lee. To start off Monday Night Raw, they showed the picture of Luke Harper. They show his real name. They didn't say Brody Lee, but they said Luke Harper. John, I forgot his last name. I'm sorry to say, but I forgot his last name. But ladies and gentlemen, I want to say rest in peace to Brody Lee. It sucks that we're not going to see him on AEW anymore. Because I remember when he got taken out of AEW's television because of an injury, they didn't say anything about a disease. So, that just sucks. I hope his friends and family gets better. And, ladies and gentlemen, it's nice what CM Punk is doing. Donations, he's going to donate all the merchandise that people make Brody Lee and give it to his family, to Brody Lee's family. That's very nice. But, ladies and gentlemen, let's get to it. We got some catchphrases. Well, Luke Harper didn't really have a lot of catchphrases in the WWE, but we got some Alexa Bliss and Drew McIntyre doing the famous yeah, because he does a yeah thing. So all that happened. So that was pretty cool that they did that. But ladies and gentlemen, to start off, we have Monday Night Raw. We had let's get to the big one. And it's all about The Fiend. Because The Fiend did burn to death at TLC. But we did have, I guess Alexa Bliss has a different talk show now. It's not a Moment of Bliss anymore. It's Alexa's Playground. That Playground she debuted last week. And her special guest was Randy Orton. She called him twice. He didn't show up. But the Firefly Funhouse intro came up, and Randy Orton was in the Firefly Funhouse. And he was attacking every puppet. He attacked the pig, he attacked Mercy the Buzzard, but they weren't talking, they weren't alive that time, because Bray Wyatt is not alive that time either. And then he threw Mercy the Buzzard into Sister Abigail, the doll Sister Abigail, and ladies and gentlemen, and then he killed Rattling Rabbits. And Alexa Bliss told him to stop, and she challenges Randy Orton in the ring later on tonight. So I will tell you guys all about that later on. But ladies and gentlemen, first we got Drew McIntyre coming out, and he does the yeah thing to attribute to Mr. Luke Harper. And ladies and gentlemen, and then the show must go on. And they got Drew McIntyre. We have a No Contenders match to verse Drew McIntyre at the WWE Championship at Legends Night next week. And then he got interrupted by Sheamus, and they talk about what happened last week, all that stuff, and then Keith Lee came out, and blah, 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 all that stuff. And then the match starts. It was Keith Lee versus Sheamus in a No Contendership match. With Drew McIntyre on commentary, pretty decent match. It was a hard-hitting match. I enjoyed it, but the winner of that match and the new #1 contender to the WWE Championship is Keith Lee. Keith Lee versus Drew McIntyre for the WWE Championship next week on Legends Night. I'm hoping we actually see some Legends in person, not on digital or in the Thunderdome or on Zoom calls. I'm hoping we actually get to see, like Carlito, I would love to see him actually make a in-person, or actually not in-person, but we actually could see him, not on Zoom call. Like, do a satellite thing. I'm hoping it's not that. I'm hoping, because they said there's a lot of Legends coming out, but I think some of them is going to be on Zoom calls because of the, the sickness stuff. So we got The Miz versus Grand Metalik, and The Miz is not focused because he lost his Money in the Bank on TLC. He did not win the WWE Championship at TLC. And he wasn't granted the Money in the Bank briefcase last week. So, ladies and gentlemen, he won't shut up about things, and he got himself a loss to Grand Metalik. Grand Metalik gets the win with a Sunset Powerbomb. Grand Metalik gets the win, but ladies and gentlemen, almost at the end of the show, we see John Morrison and The Miz sitting on the stairwell, moping like little babies. And then Adam Pearce came out with the Money in the Bank and says, John Morrison, you guys are right. John Morrison, the Money in the Bank contract holder, should be cashing in, and that's not you, John Morrison. That's The Miz. The Miz gets rewarded back the Money in the Bank, so he is now, again, the Money in the Bank contract holder. So, that means we have to worry, the WWE Champion has to worry about The Miz again. Oh boy, awesome. Then we had Shayna Baszler versus Dana Brooke. It was an okay match. Okay, guys, it was okay. But the winner of that match was Shayna with her choke, and ladies and gentlemen, and then she choked out Mandy Rose as well. But let's see what happens. Will Mandy Rose have a match with Shayna Baszler next week? We will find out. Then we have AJ Styles versus Elias. Both of them had their bodyguards in their corners. Elias has Jackson Riker, and AJ Styles has Omos. And it was a pretty decent match. I enjoyed it. We saw Elias cut his hair. I guess barbershops are open now, I guess. I don't know. I think there's some places still open. It's just, you have to be safe in there. I hope everybody's being safe. But ladies and gentlemen, AJ Styles and Elias, I thought it was a pretty decent match. Even the bodyguards got into the face-to-face, but the winner of that match was AJ Styles. Then we have Ali versus Ricochet. Ricochet is getting really sick and tired of this, that Retribution is targeting him. He had an emotional speech, or he does not know what to do. He said something on Raw Talk last week. And now, ladies and gentlemen, he will be versing the boss of Retribution, Ali. And it was a pretty decent match. I enjoyed it. These guys are amazing. But the winner of that match was Ali, because all the distractions, T-Bar, Slapjack, and Maze. And ladies and gentlemen, he was about to do a springboard off the turnbuckle, and then Ali called him and choked him out. And Ali says, give us an answer. Will you join us? And Ricochet says, I will not join you. And then he did a cold breaker, and he ran away to make sure the Retribution doesn't do more damage on him. Then we had Charlotte Flair versus Nia Jax. I didn't really care for this match. Oh boy, I'm not going to say anything mean about it, but ladies and gentlemen, I didn't care for this match. Really don't. There was nothing on the line. There was a no contendership. But ladies and gentlemen, we do have one person that says it will be in the Royal Rumble match on both sides, men's and the women's. We got Nia Jax says she will join in the women's, will enter in the women's Royal Rumble match, and Bobby Lashley will join the men's Royal Rumble match as well with Daniel Bryan. So the winner of that match was Charlotte Flair. By disqualification, I believe Shayna Baszler did something. I really didn't see what happened. I didn't see anyone got beat up. I don't know. But we had the Hurt Business versus the Hardy Boys, Jeff Hardy and Riddle, and the New Day, Kofi and Xavier Woods. Xavier Woods has Brody Lee's name on his, what kind of band is that? On his tricep band, or I forget what it's called. He had like a wristband that says Brody Lee. He did it with Big E as well because he left Big E. And when the New Day, when Xavier Woods was injured, they had Xavier Woods on there. Now Xavier Woods had Brody Lee on his wristband. And ladies and gentlemen, he did the trademark or the signature move of Luke Harper. He did the discus clothesline. He still did not win because only Luke Harper wins with the discus clothesline. But ladies and gentlemen, it was a pretty decent match. I enjoyed it. But the winner of that match was the Hurt Business. And then we had Randy Orton versus Alexa Bliss in their challenge. Well, ladies and gentlemen, Bliss challenges Randy Orton to set her on fire. So she went out of the ring and she grabbed a what's it called again? A present. She unwrapped it. I thought Christmas was over. She unwrapped it, opened the box, and in the box it was a gasoline tank thingy bobber and matches. And she put it in the front of Randy Orton's feet and telling him to burn her. Do the same thing as what you did to the Fiend. She laid on the ground and she was wanted to burn. And ladies and gentlemen, she tried to make it easier. She tried to make a trail of the gasoline to her, to Randy Orton's feet, to burn her up. And didn't work out on that way, so she made a big pile of the gasoline, and she stand in the gasoline, telling him to do it. Randy didn't do it. So she made a big circle that it looks like a ring of fire, and she's standing in the circle with the gasoline in the circle as well. That did not make Randy Orton want to do it. So she took off the cap of the gasoline and poured it on herself and said, "Do it." And she said you wouldn't do it because you say you're sick and twisted, but you're not. You're just the B word. And Randy Orton says he wants to do it. It's just you want me to do it. He doesn't want to do it if she's going to say you want. He doesn't want to do it if she wants it. But he says if you want to be with the Fiend, so be it. And he grabs the matches. The lights go out. And then we see Randy Orton with one of the matches light up. And you hear the commentary screaming, "Randy Orton don't." And then that's the end. So we don't know if Alexa Bliss burns or she lives. Because they ended it. But I think if she was getting burned, I think we will hear some screams in the darkness when they turn off all the lights. I think we will hear a woman scream, and that's Alexa Bliss supposed to be burning. So maybe she didn't get burned. Maybe they will find out next week, see if she got burned or not. We don't know. It was a bizarre way to end Monday Night Raw. Somebody actually wants to get burned to death. Oh boy. And I hope USA Network says that's adult, because somebody wants to do suicide and burn herself to be with a freaking psychopath monster, the Fiend. Oh man, that's weird. But ladies and gentlemen, if there's no Impact Wrestling's results today, that's because, tomorrow, that's because they're doing the 2020 review of their matches or their what happened in 2020, and I think they're done their awards. I think they did it last week. But I think they're still not done with the 2020 matches and all that stuff that will happen there. They said it was 2 parts of this whole thing, so I don't think there's going to be any matches that will be happening on Impact Wrestling. They didn't really announce any matches that will be happening this week. So yeah, that's happening there, and I think Genesis is coming up soon. I believe that's matches. We will watch that, and I would do results on that. But if there's just going to be a review of 2020, I am not going to do a video on that. We definitely would do NXT and AEW because they're not doing reviews. They did announce some matches for NXT, and they announced AEW's tributes to Mr. Brody Lee matches as well. I think Cody and Orange Cassidy will be, and 10 of the Dark Order will team up to verse Team Taz. I think that's what it is. I think it's a 6-man Team Taz versus Cody and Orange Cassidy and 10 of the Dark Order. I think the Young Bucks and Colt Cabana versus somebody, Eddie Kingston and his Butcher and the Blade will verse Dark Orders. I think Uno, Stu Grayson, and Lance Archer. I think. And I believe the women's is in the match as well, in the tag team match. I know Conti and Anna Jay will be in the match, but I forgot who they're against. So that's what is going to happen on there. And I believe Chris Jericho is on commentary because he does have a match. I guess Brody Lee's son didn't want to see. I think is there an Inner Circle one? I think there's an Inner Circle, but I don't think Chris Jericho is in it. I think it's Santana, Ortiz, and MJF. Versus some people I don't remember who it is. So, ladies and gentlemen, if you guys enjoyed this video, hit the like button, leave a comment below, hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell. Rest in peace, Brody Lee, a.k.a. Luke Harper. Ladies and gentlemen, it is sad, and I was really shocked that he passed away. Because, ladies and gentlemen, 41 years old. 41 years old, man. The guy actually could still wrestle. He doesn't look like he's old. Maybe that beard makes him look old, but I don't think he's old. And people say he's a nice guy and all that stuff. He looks like a nice guy. It says on TV he looks scary. But, yeah, ladies and gentlemen, I hope you guys enjoyed this. And rest in peace to Brody Lee. And I hope his friends and family gets better. I know nobody gets better when somebody passes away. I know that. But, ladies and gentlemen, it is upsetting. But that's all for me today. Tyler is out. Bye!